Autobots, Earth is our home now. As such, we should give ourselves earthly names.
I guess I'll be Bumblebee. It's cute and non-threatening. I'll go by Jazz.
And I shall be Optimus Prime.
Well, really?
What?
Optimus Prime? I didn't call myself Maximus Genitalia.
But you know I'm the leader.
Yeah, man, we do know. Which makes me wonder why I have to be reminded every time we say your name. You know we all think you're great, man.
Actually, my problem's not medical. It's psychological.
Got some bullshit on the bullshit here. As you can see here, guys, there is some bullshit in the sky. Wonder if it's too early to say bullshit in the YouTube video. They say within 30 seconds. 8:38 in the morning here, and we are working our way into work. So I threw my stuff in my other car and I was just like, alright, yeah. Wife's like, aren't you gonna take the other car? Is that Cobra Sports sticker on the back of your BMW? Might as well be Type R from Canadian Tire. NASCAR. It's like, I think it's raining to the north. I'm like, looks fine. I look outside the garage door, I'm like, it is damp. And then, yeah, as soon as I walked across the street, grabbed this car, pulled it in the driveway, it just started pouring rain. I'm just like, oh, this is super wicked awesome. This makes me sad. I don't want to go to work. If it's raining in Wetaskiwin so here's the we're going to CHD, and I'm getting the pump. I got the 40 wheels because I was hooked to it yesterday doing 40 wheels when we did the piston rig stuff, and now we're just stayed hooked up to it, parked outside, put the buckets on top of the stacks because I was looking gross to the north, and I'm like, oh, this might be coming this way, so yeah. I stopped real quick. Maybe you heard it in some of the videos yesterday, but frantically changed. Well, not frantically. It's super easy. Got a bad habit of saying stuff's worse than it actually is. I changed the dog switch because when I got back, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna change this real quick because it's leaking when my dogs are out. And I don't like driving around with my dogs in. I've just been naturally trained to never drive around with your dogs in. Because if you do some stupid corner action, which I was doing a lot of yesterday, and your winch line gets caught a certain way, and then you come back straight again and it's snagged, you kink your line, worst case scenario, you're fucking up some shit, right? So I always drive with my dogs out every time I'm loaded, and leave my winch line on my stuff. But it leaks, and it's been doing this for like weeks now, and I'm just like, I've had it. I'm like, it'll literally take me like 20 minutes to change the switch. I knew where the switch was. Grabbed it, changed the switch. It's not the switch. So this morning I texted, I'm like, okay, I did the switch. Can someone do the cylinder on the winch? Like, I've had it. I'm like, this was on my list of things to do during CVIP that I got nothing done but CVIP to make sure it was legal to drive down the road. So they're doing that right now. CHD with Wetaskiwin, grabbing a pump. We're going somewhere north of Saskatchewan. Yesterday's fix. It's like, oh, save time, double on, I'm already on, I'm good to go. How you making out? Coming. What tis? What are you doing? Oh yeah, you can straddle those with the bed truck. Should fit inside the tools.
You might have strapped down again.
Just drive over the strap.
No.
We're out of the shop. We'll make our way to Wetaskiwin now. Oh my, it is it's 1:30. I came in at like 9 a.m. I was like, oh, maybe I could help out a little bit and get going here, and then we were good. Oh, that reminds me. Let's double check on this shit. I changed the switch last night. I think I already explained that. And that wasn't alright. Appears to be working. Is it slack on? I was like, do you think we could get somebody awesome to change the cylinder on the side of the winch that pulls the dogs in and out? Because it was bypassing, which was feeding up to the switch, right? It's usually one or two. It's usually always number two. I'm like, oh, the rubber O-ring must be wore out on the switch, because these new switches, like you pull on them and they used to be smooth all the time, and now it's got like catches in the middle, so I'm always thinking it's like catching on the O-ring inside there. So yeah, I was like, well, it takes like 20 minutes to change that, only because I had to struggle to find tools. I was gonna put all the fittings in it, so I didn't. It's only got 3 airlines, but I will manage to figure out a way to make it so push in, dogs out, and pull up, dogs in, because that's backwards. I've done it before, so I didn't want to risk messing it up. I'm like, okay, this has to go smoothly as possible and easy. And then yeah, I did it, and I was like, oh, nothing wrong with the switch. So I got a brand new switch, and I put my old switch back in the box and put it back in the parts room. It was like 7:30 when I did that. I'm like, I'll do it quick. It's not gonna take much time to do it, so I'm doing it. Now, then I'm thumping the tires, I'm looking at the brakes, and just happen to notice, I'm like, hey, there's the push rod with nothing attached to it, and the slack is at the bottom, or what, I think it was. But anyways, the C-clip, or the retainer clip on the end of the slack that keeps the tube, well, it keeps everything, I can't remember what that thing is called. The thing that goes through to the brake shoes and goes like this, S-cam, rod, bushing, pin, whatever, I don't fucking know. But it went in past, so it's off the brake shoes. And if it gets in there far enough, it will completely destroy like your brakes or rim. It fucks up shit. The inside of the hub, I don't know how bad it is for Dayton's. I'm sure it's not as, it's just the same shit, different pile as it is for any other style, but especially for the ABS ones, because it goes in there and it rubs on your ABS gear where your sensor sits, and then that'll mess all that up too. But this doesn't have ABS, so it was I had to replay everything, brand new everything except for brake drum. I think I didn't look at the brake shoes, but he threw them out of there like he was mad at them, so I assumed they were fucking no good. And then we were shy some parts, so they had to go get parts. Now I gotta retorque, which is fine. I'm gonna retorque, but it's kind of miserable out. I don't want to be doing in the rain. It's just, it's the 13th. I'm supposed to be off for the 15th. I got some bidding I want to do on some stuff, you know what I mean? Found something at an auction. I'm gonna take a stab at a couple things actually. I'm like, you know what? I've never bid in an auction, and I always heard the stories you would pick up some stuff pretty cheap, but they can also be complete piles of shit, right? Like I haven't had any time to go out and actually look. But the two things that I'm looking at, like if I score this one thing, it's a win regardless if it, because it says doesn't run. I'm like, okay, well that's not a problem. Well, it is a problem, but because where's my facility to do an engine swap? I don't have one, but I guess like push rod 350 is pretty easy. It's not bad, especially in a square body Chevrolet. Maybe an 89, it might be a 90. I think it's 8. No, it should be 87. I think 88 was the new body style. So yeah, straight up square body, but square body. It's a K5. It's a Blazer. It's blue with a white top. I'm like, I guarantee it won't go cheap, because it's definitely probably a Bondo wagon, and I can tell, like, I glanced over and looked at it, was like, I'm like, it would still be cool to own one. Always wanted one. Hard to come by that aren't just completely rusted out. So yeah, I'm gonna, hopefully, if I'm home, take a stab at trying to score that from the auction. That was my opportunity and you messed it up. More exciting news, but I don't know if I want to share it. was in Alberta, I sucked it right up. I forgot how short these were. I'm like, whoops. Might be too heavy on the Jeep for what we got permitted for only 17 on the Jeep. Sorry, it's windy. Alberta. Please stay there. Chug. So obviously you guys should know what a pump is by now. Like, come on. It's a big engine in here. 800 horsepower. What kind, I do not know. And there's a pump and it pumps stuff. Every time I seen cool spots to stop, it was like not a good spot, or I was going too fast. The wind is killing me. I'm just sucking my fuel. So yeah, the pump is what they use for every, when you're pumping any kind of fluids to drill. This is a horizontal drill. You know what else I like to do? Retorque stuff. Dayton's, that's why. So, I already done one in the rain at Bear Hills there on Highway 2 before I got, because I knew as soon as I got CHD it was just mud. I'm like, definitely not doing it there. I want to be on the pavement before I hit any gravel. And they were all good except for two, so always double check when that's the case. And you pretty much keep checking Dayton's until you have no movement. That is the golden rule. It's a little bit cleaner in here now. Not so dirty. Hope no one hits me, because that would suck. Oh. That's not what I want to feel. Oh, yeah. Two again. Oh, fuck. But yeah, look at all the new parts. Oh, that's not cool. Oh, fuck. What's that? Oh, it's the grease. Shit. What the fuck? Just cut that off. He's like, yeah, I got it back on. Haha. Shit. He forgot to zip tie it, maybe. I greased it while I was kind of hanging out. did a solid for him because he greased the Jeep the other day when I was rebuilding that manifold. So yeah, sorry, I'll show you what. There's grease banks between every axle, and there's hoses that go to everything. That's all that just rubbed through there. It's not an airline, don't freak out. Couldn't have pulled over the Kinsella truck stop. I didn't know that. I never take this road. I seen the pullout. I'm like, is that smaller than it looks? My bad. So yeah, we're just outside of Wainwright. Oh. Truck, just a tiny little guy, looked like the 70s. Anyways, well, I'll keep trucking, and you guys just sit there and drink beer. I already forgot where we are. Rosthern, Saskatchewan. Parked up here in the co-op card lock last night, just eyeballing on Google Maps where I can go. Everybody else was here way before me, and maybe they said his name was Owen. He rolled up on the crew and he was like, gave us all hats, and he's like, how many is there of you guys? And he's like, 12. He gave us hats. Fan of the channel, obviously. Super cool. It could have been like, we got up this morning and he was just rolling by, leaving. We gave a wave. I wish I had stuff to give besides just stickers, but super appreciative of this, and I'll definitely divvy them out amongst the crew. You know? Thank you. Thank you very much. So we're just gonna mosey on into St. Louis. I think that's what it's called. I don't even know. I'm just kind of looking on the map. We got pin dropped to where we're going to Farm World, and we're gonna just kind of hang out there until we can stage. Or we're gonna stage there at Farm World, and then we'll go unload. Or we're unloading there via bed truck, and then the bed truck's moving everything into site. Benji was just behind me with the double drop, 40 wheels double drop, with that 607 Raylan bed truck that I used there last time to move those buffers. So yeah, that's the plan for the rainy this morning. It's We're going pretty much right over there, but we got to go around because there's a 4-meter bridge, secondary. Can't make weight. I can't, anyways. And well, his stacks alone are over 4 meters. So yeah, we're 48 minutes away, so not too far. Welcome to northern Saskatchewan. There's trees. Very nice. It's almost like Alberta. This is my favorite part of Saskatchewan. I like to go further north though, actually. Believe it or not, the further north you go, the nicer it is. I'm not saying it's ugly, I'm just like eye candy appealing. I like bush. I don't know if they got any mountains up in here. They got some cool forests though.
there too. That suction on the far side, Gerald, of that pump, you know? Perfect. Go straight ahead. Fix that big pump. I want that thing. Right. Step ahead there, man.
Want me to take the mud tank off here too?
Yeah, if you got a flat spot, you're in it.
Yeah, it's pretty good right here, yeah. land up there or what?
Hi, long distance charges may apply. St. Louis. Yeah, home, but I gotta go like up towards Prince Albert to Highway 11 and then back. Yo, well, almost back to Wainwright here now. Everything went pretty decent. There was a little bit of wait time. I think we were probably about 2 hours. Well, let's say, literally I woke up at 7. Was supposed to be there at 10:30. Then they said 12:30. Then they said 12. Then they said hang out by your phone. So we moved closer. We were at Farm World where I took those photos and stuff, which was pretty cool. We got hassled by redhead guy came in, so that's like a farming company. It's called Redhead, and I guess they own the property. They're like, "What are you guys doing?" I'm like, "Well, we're just kind of waiting to get unloaded." Literally 20 minutes down the road is the closest we could get because their unload spot was right at the intersection inside St. Louis, and there was no room for all of us to hang out. We would have taken up the whole town. So like, this is as close as we can get. Apologies, we'll tread lightly and we won't make a mess. And then he kind of just let it slide. He's like, okay. So yeah, I don't know. He thought we were trying to steal shit or what? Huh? There's nothing to steal, but that was a pretty cool building. And what else? Yeah, so we had to wait there for like another, well, we were probably there for 2 hours. Took a little while. But then zoomed in, got unloaded, went back to Warman, where actually my sister just recently moved from Whitehorse, Yukon, which the Yukon is where I grew up. My sister stayed longer. Jealous. I was there for like probably 18 years. I grew up in Whitehorse. And yeah. And my mom was living in Pitcher Creek and she's now with my sister in Warman. So I'm like, find me a place to pull over, I'll come visit. So I stopped in and had coffee and a chitty chat, hung out for a little bit. But yeah, there's a nice big frontage road right off Highway 11 and 305 there. As soon as you turn off to get on the 305, immediate left, there's like a whole chunk of highway. It must have been old Highway 11 or something. Yeah, so there was a nice big spot for me to pull in. And if you're into drag racing, it's a good spot for doing drag racing. Sweet. Sporting the hat. I didn't know they made Flex Fit snapbacks. I think that's called, what is it? Flex Fit something 110. Super comfy actually, nice hats. Yeah, dude. And again, thanks Owen for the hats. I handed them out to everybody that came in there, and a couple guys were already gone. You would have probably seen them maybe last night when we were parked at the Globe Cardlock. So I have one left. Then I'm gonna give that to the trusty old mechanic, young Braden that busted his ass to get my trailer together so I could go on this job. I'm gonna give it to him. So let's go to a good guy. Thanks for watching. Hope it was enjoyable. What time is it now? 8 p.m. Still got like another 2.5. Then I gotta undo my double line and put all that stuff away. So yeah. Big auction tomorrow though, Rimby. We'll see what goes on. If I score, I will definitely make some shorts content about it anyways, because I'll have to go and pick it up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Decepticons, attack!